We all know how bad this Los Angeles Rams team has been, and my speech has been, and the way I talk has been. But this team was absolutely atrocious last season. We will absolutely change that regime here by cutting Bobby Wagner to start the video, probably trading Jalen Ramsey because those rumors are highly likely to go around and happen. Well, except Bobby Wagner actually did get cut, so we are going to go ahead and do that first. And then probably somewhere in the draft process is where we will trade. It's probably where we will trade. I almost called him Jair Alexander, Jalen Ramsey. So my bad, and then it can cut whoever it wants. We'll go to re-sign players here. I think David Edwards is one I would like back, depending whether or not he has interest. I'm not sure. Definitely one I want though. Probably player of the process for me. Greg Gaines would be nice to have still around. I'd give him a 2 year, 2.5. If he doesn't take this, it's no big deal, but he does, fortunately for us. And I do not see any interest here with David Edwards, still 26. I'd give him a 3 year deal, 2.5, 2.5. If he takes it, that's great. And he does. So that is also a plus. Rob Havenstein is going to be gone. We're probably going to need a safety. I do want Baker Mayfield, though. All things considered, well, crap, what did he want? A medium or like high risk? Okay, medium risk. Okay, we'll go with this and see if he wants to come back for this. The offer is perfect. I do want Baker Mayfield kind of as a bridge quarterback. We might even end up trading Matthew Stafford if he still has any value to anyone. That being said, we will move into free agency and try to find a good quality pick, but we're going to trade away Jalen Ramsey. That is almost a given or a for sure move, so consider him basically gone. So we got to prepare for his departure. We already have our bridge quarterback. We don't really need any of these running backs. I mean, we can get one in the draft, but I don't really see anyone that would strike me to really come onto the team, but that has interest. So not really interested. Tight ends, good. Cam Fleming, I'm not really a fan of. Joseph Noteboom, he's good. Who's on the right side? It was Havenstein. He's no longer there. Terrence Steele would be the steal of the century, but unfortunately, I do not think that we have the resources. Actually, I got to see how many teams are offering him. Four teams are offering him. Probably not my go-to. I think we could draft one. Left guard. Who's playing at left guard for us? David Edwards, who we did retain, right? That's right. And then at center, Brian Allen is fine. We're going to have a really bad offensive line. We are going to need a guard, though. But who will step up and play guard for us? Maybe we can draft one, or maybe we bring someone in to kind of be a bridge guy. I'm not really finding that. Natane Moody could come in, I guess, but not a fan or not really interested. Right guard, we already went past all this. At left end, it is nobody. So Chris Wormley is here. Not quite the player I'm looking for sure. I do want someone probably a little bit heavier like Chris Wormley, but not quite there. Charles Omenihu is fine, but he's more of a pass rusher more than like a run stopper. And at this point, I'm probably looking for more of a run stopper. I don't think that we can really find that right now. Tier Tart is here. I'm a fan of his, but we don't need him because we have Greg Gaines and then Aaron Donald, and then we'll have two rushers. Marcus Davenport seems pretty fun to me, though. I could put him on the left end instead. I'd go with a 4-year deal if he wants to, pile on some more money as well. I like that deal for us for sure. Outside linebacker, O'Shane Zimenez would be fun, but middle linebacker, we are in need. I think that we should get someone right now, and that person will be Jermaine Pratt. I mean, we'll offer on him, most likely get him. We have pretty good chance at that. Okay, never mind. We don't have a guaranteed go at it, but it is good. Should we bring in a veteran corner to kind of help out? No, but Byron Murphy does have interest. I have so much interest in him. Pause. I have an interest in signing him to my team. Offers we have up targeted. Byron Murphy, Jermaine Pratt, and Marcus Davenport. I will process. We can actually only come out with Jermaine Pratt. Not what I was going to say. I was going to say we can only come out with Marcus Davenport. Worst case scenario, but we didn't even, get out with Davenport there. So kind of a bust there. 2 year. I would go with a 1 year deal with Charles Omenihu if he's interested. If maybe he's not being considered by too many teams, maybe he wants to sign on for that. We did not get the cornerback either, so might look for one of those veteran guys. I mean, Jonathan Jones, if he wants a 1 year, 5.5 deal, I think that that's pretty ideal. Speaking of all these deals, he has a big offer from the Washington football team, so don't really expect that to go through. We did get Charles O'Menehu, though. I'm not really interested in, really signing anyone else, and Jonathan Jones is gone and out of there, so all good, all good. I have no hard feelings there. We'll go to the draft. And like I said, this could probably be where we see Jalen Ramsey go. Maybe we want to move up the board to a pretty early pick. I could see that happening for sure. We have the players to trade for sure. I think that if Allen Robinson's also got drawing interest, I'd like to see that as well. Not really a fan of him necessarily. So we'll go ahead and actually pause draft, look at the roster really quick after free agency. What do we need? We're going to need a guard. Oh, God. We are going to need a lot. We're going to need a guard and a tackle, whether or not good or not. Higbee is around. I want Baker to stay. Stafford can go. Might need a running back. Allen Robinson's here defensively. Yikes, we suck. So we're looking for off-ball linebacker Jalen Ramsey. We've got a lot. We got a lot to do. For sure. I'm just not sure who I quite want to trade up for yet. Will Anderson off the board first. Bryce Young. We will see Jalen Carter off the board, I'm guessing. Okay, Miles Murphy, Tyree Wilson then. This would leave Christian Gonzalez off the board. CJ Stroud. And then Will Levis to the Falcons. Interesting. Jordan Addison. Then goes Osiris Torrance. And then Michael Mayer. And then Brian Brzee moving up draft boards for sure. Peter Skoronski at tackle. And Quentin Johnson taken here. Who's here now? Lucas Van Ness. Then at this point, I'm thinking of probably closer to 2 players that can help us plug some of these holes. I do want to make sure I have... Okay, so we're going to need a free safety. We're going to need an off-the-ball linebacker, but that probably isn't our best need because we have O'Menehu that we might be able to put back up there and maybe move Bobby Brown out to end. It wouldn't really mess with me too bad, but we are in desperate need of a corner to this point, and so are the Washington Commanders, so we can actually help them out. Well, they help us out. And maybe we're overpaying a little bit here, but we get Deron Payne, Sam Cosmi, Jalen Ramsey, and that 16th overall pick. We use a next year 3rd and a this year 6th to hop up to this pick and also acquire Deron Payne, which is someone I'm very happy to get here. Someone that is here is Devon Witherspoon, one of my favorite corners in this class and a lot of people's favorite corner in this class. I don't know how Joey Porter, I don't know how he's moved down the board. I've definitely got to fix that, or it could have just be a Madden thing going on as well, so something to also consider. Then we do have a early 2nd round pick where I will probably target a linebacker of sorts. I'm not quite sure if it'd be a off-the-ball linebacker or if it'd be more like a Derek Hall, like pass rusher type. But I do have a zone coverage on him, and he did move so good at the combine as well. He had a really spectacular day. A zone coverage. I'm happy with Derek Hall at this point for sure. Auburn kid, I think. Auburn. Yeah, okay. Auburn. It is. And that leaves us with another need at corner, so I'm not really worried about that. We can find a good one pretty late. We're going to need... Don't need quarterback. We need guard. That's something we need. We need guard and safety. And then we have not the greatest corners still. So we've got a lot to address here for sure. I don't know. Kayshon Boutte, if he would have made it to my pick, that would have been very tempting, to say the least. Who's the best guard on the board compared to the best, free safety on the board? Brandon Joseph can come play. Joe Tippmann would be fun, but not really the guy I'm looking for. Jarrett Patterson, Weipler as well. We don't have another pick for a long time. Voorhees. I will trade back up for Voorhees, I tell you that. Jalen Jones. Who here at corner wants to be mine? Julius Brents, by the way, had one of the best combines at 6 whatever he's at, 6'4". I think he measured it actually at 6'3". So give me Julius Brents, TCU corner. TCU corner, 89 speed. He's got to get elevated. I think he still ran in the 4.4s. Absolutely ridiculous. But I don't think we can waste any time. I don't want to like risk losing a player like Andrew Voorhees, so we will actually go ahead and trade up to now. With what? I don't know. We'll find something. Done deal. We get a third and fourth round here from the Falcons for Allen Robinson and Greg Gaines. So happy to make that deal for sure. And we're going to go down and say the player I promised to take here. Definitely got to move up the draft board. But Andrew Voorhees off the board for me. 6'6" powerhouse out of USC. One of my favorite offensive linemen in the class. Just very intriguing overall. Then we have the 8th overall pick in the 4th round now to deal with, who we would probably take that cornerback, that true corner, if one is left. Oh my goodness, there doesn't seem to be. Darius Rush, also another very, very fun player. Could we take another corner, maybe? Owen Papo ran really well as well. Tyler Scott. I mean, this receiver class was very, very dull. With the loss of whatever his face is, with the loss of what's his name, Allen Robinson, we could use another receiver. I drafted A.T. Perry quite a bit. Maybe Xavier Hutchinson or Parker Washington is still here. Marvin Mims was really fun at the combine as well. Ran in the 4.39, I think, or ran a 4.39 in that. Jalen Jones, though, 6'2", 205. It's a need. We have to. Give me Jalen Jones, Texas A&M corner. Happy to have him as well. Very fond of him. And then maybe get a receiver here in the 6th. I don't think it's really likely that we find a real difference maker, but someone that can plug a small hole. Pause. Someone that can play a small role. How about that? That is a little bit better for sure. Maybe we'll take a shot on a couple of players. Marvin Mims is still here. Give me Marvin Mims. Oklahoma, player, runs, pretty well. I like the player for sure. Fan of his. So Marvin Mims, and then at our next pick, actually, who will be the player? Darius Rush is still on the board. Probably shouldn't be. A lot of these guys are. That probably shouldn't be. Trey Palmer ran in the 4.31, 4.33, something like that. It was really cool to see as well. So he's got to move up draft boards for sure. Jacorian Bennett to this point. Maryland, other Maryland corner. I think he still ran really fast as well. Give me Jacorian Bennett. I don't see an issue with him in the 6th round. I think that's a steal and a half. Definitely got to work on this draft class. And then our next pick is in the 7th round. That's right, I did accidentally trade our next pick. So we go to end of the draft, look at all the players we got, and see if we need to fill any more spots, like bad spots on the roster. Draft recap, here it is. We got Devin Witherspoon at the 16th spot, 77 overall. Derek Hall was fine. Julius Brents is okay. Voorhees is good. Jones is fine. Marvin Mims is fine. Jacorian Bennett also pretty good. Peyton Wilson, don't think that's a real player, and if he is, I'm sorry, Peyton. It is my fault for not knowing you. But very good stuff in the draft. I will go ahead and assemble this team, go to regular season, and we can sim through next season, see how we do with Baker Mayfield at quarterback and potentially not a Sam Bradford trade. that would be something. A Matthew Stafford trade. I never did draft that safety, did I? So, wow, we've got a lot of new corners on the team, that's for sure. Brents and Jones will compete here, but we'll have Jacorian Bennett as CB2. So potentially we can trade. Oh crap, we really have no one left to trade. Leonard Floyd, I'm not sure. Oh boy, this is such a rough group here. I mean, we might even see Derek Hall off one of the edges here. Over Leonard Floyd would be fun, but I don't think that's logical. I'm not sure. We're in a very tough position schematically, like scheme. We're not really matching what we got going on here these past few years. Might move to a 4-3. I don't know. It's so hard to tell. I think that we should just trade for a free safety and another corner, but we only have Matthew Stafford, so we'd have to use, like, maybe Cam Akers. I don't know. We'll figure something out, at least. You guys just missed it because my mic was muted. We just traded Matthew Stafford to be the starting quarterback of the New York Jets, and we got Bryce Hall in return, so we have cornerback Bryce Hall now, who will be our highest rated. I'll put Devin Witherspoon at number 1, though. So we've got a lot of, developmental guys, and then nobody at free safety still. Definitely got to figure that one out. I think that we'll end up trading Tyler Higbee potentially. just really old. So maybe Higbee for a fine free safety and then like a tight end swap of some sort. I'm not sure. Okay, done deal. We get Kirby Joseph straight across for Tyler Higbee, leaving us dead in the water for tight end. Maybe future draft capital can save us, considering we don't even have a third. I'll use this 6th, or like this. No, this. Okay, calm down. 6th, and then maybe a 4th, and then another 5th, and we'll try to get like a 72 overall tight end. Maybe we'll see. We'll look around for sure. Yep, I found the trade. 6th, a future 4th, and a future 5th will get us Isaiah Likely. A lot of value to give up, but I don't care because it's a 1-year thing. So go ahead and take a look at this new look Rams team headed into this next season. Baker to start at quarterback was pretty much the headliner of this video. Isaiah Likely at tight end now. We've got a lot of great linemen. Not great linemen. I don't know what I'm talking about. Sam Cosmi's our best lineman at 76 overall. So very bad offensive line compared to what I normally like to have. Marvin Mims, I would like him to play that number 2 spot, but I think if we're going to have any sort of success, we need Van Jefferson playing some sort of role. And then defensively, we acquired Kirby Joseph somehow. One of my favorite players in the league at this point. Jordan Fuller. I know it's kind of weird. I'm a Packers fan. If you guys didn't know, he's a Lion, and he absolutely dismantled Aaron Rodgers' career in that Lions game at the end of the season there. Jermaine Pratt, Ernest Jones, Derek Hall, Leonard Floyd's got to go after the season. Devin Witherspoon is our CB1. Bryce Hall there. Ja'Cory Bennett, Julius Brents, Durant. I want someone else playing. And then on the defensive line, it'll be Leonard Floyd, Omenahu off the edges, Daron Payne and Aaron Donald through the interior, Bobby Brown backing them up, and then Justin Hollins and Derek Hall. At sub linebacker, I like Ernest Jones and Jermaine Pratt. Slot corner, I do want someone else getting some work, so let's put Julius Brents there. Got a very bad team. I don't smell too much success with this team, but we'll see what we can do here. Go to the midseason, see how we're doing. And this is kind of the start I expected. We have a 2-5 team going into the midseason mark here. Bryce Hall has a upgrade there for sure. We just lost to the Bengals this past week. Not too bad though. Don't want to check schedule. Did not mean to just press on that. I do want to press on stats and awards. Go ahead and look at how the team is doing. Baker Mayfield though. He's playing really well. Close to 1,900 yards, 15 touchdowns, 2 interceptions at the midseason mark. He's very, very good. Cam Akers also doing his thing. Not great, but he's doing all right. Cooper Kupp getting used quite a bit here. Marvin Mims opening up there. Isaiah Likely's also doing his fair share of work. And then defensively is what I'm really interested to see. Jermaine Pratt's getting it done with Ernest Jones there kind of doing something. Tackles for loss. Omenahu is playing well, at least in the run game. Not quite getting the sack production, but that's on the other side coming from Leonard Floyd. Very good play by him. Ernest Jones and Justin Hollins both have one as well. 2 interceptions for Jermaine Pratt, 1 for Floyd, Brent, Fuller, and Bryce Hall. Good stuff all around is what I'm seeing, and that is good. It doesn't really translate to our 2-5 record. I'm curious what is lacking. It is our offense, and our defense is kind of middle of the row, so it is what it is. I do want to see what sort of dev traits are revealed, if any are. Most of it is on the defense. If not, yeah. So Voorhees is star, one of my favorites. Devin Witherspoon, expected, superstar development. Jordan Fuller, Derek Hall hasn't been playing enough either. Yeah, I guess let's finish out the season, see how we can close it out. We've put up good numbers in the first half, but we got to follow through in the second. See if we can make the playoffs. I realistically think that this team in real life can perform if they have the right things done in, say, probably 3 years' time. You're probably going to look for a new franchise quarterback. I think the search starts this season. Not to quite aggressively attack one. I don't think you really need to start this season. I think that you just need to realize that you probably need to start looking now, not pursue one now. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that you got to recognize that. I don't know if you want to enter a rebuild. You're obviously wanting to shop Jalen Ramsey, so it is what it is. It's going to be tough to tell with this team for sure, but you've got to give it time, and then the resolution will definitely show up. But I don't know if this team will be another Super Bowl winner for at least the next 5 years, at least. I think that they've got a long road away. We did end up finishing 8-9, so I think we did an okay job at turning this thing around. Baker Mayfield was solid, to say the least. 4,430 yards, 33 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. Really good season from him. Akers, Kyron, Baker even got on the ground a little bit. That's very nice to see. Akers wasn't great. Cooper Kupp, nearly 2,000 yards, though. Marvin Mims, very good rookie year. 809 yards on 60 catches for 6 touchdowns. Really, really solid rookie season. Be curious to see what happens with him. Not depth trait wise, but overall wise, he was a 72 to enter. Curious what he's leaving at. And Jermaine Pratt led the team with 137, the new Ram. And then tackles for loss, Daron Payne, the new kid on the block. Aaron Donald here, 19 with 11.5 sacks. Charles Omenihu, 17 TFLs. Derek Hall, 13 with 1 sack. Leonard Floyd was also very solid too. Guys with double digits in the sack numbers is pretty good. Jermaine Pratt with 2 interceptions. Leonard Floyd with 1. Ernest Jones, Fuller, Brents, Kirby, and Bryce Hall still with only 1. So a lot of production going around for sure. Leonard Floyd was next up. Fuller, Brents. Brents was playing a lot in a tackle position. Like he probably quick passes and whatnot. So he was on the field quite a bit. Devin Witherspoon was also, I mean, he played well, I guess. There's no really way you can check that for a corner. So it is what it is. You can't really say, oh, this guy played significant. Like, you can't tell. I wish it gave you a little bit of indications there. But it was a fun little rebuild thing we had going here. I will go to the Super Bowl, actually, to see if anyone won anything or gets any upgrades. Because, in my opinion, I don't know why I keep accidentally not switching up accents. It's not like I'm like some double agent or anything like that. It just kind of happens. I kind of stutter on my speech, and I make, not fun, but I have fun with different voices. Sometimes, like, I'll talk to my friend and be like, hey, bro, and then, like, you know what I'm saying? It kind of just sticks. But Marvin Mims is 74 overall, so not a lot of growth from him. Potential really isn't up there. Andrew Voorhees, though, I did actually want to see that. 76 overall. Defensively, Jermaine Pratt, really, really good player. I did want to see Charles Omenihu go up. That didn't happen. Bennett and Brents. Bennett is kind of developing really fast out of 75, I feel like, for him not really seeing the field. Leonard Floyd didn't go up. Derek Hall was a star development player. But I think Jermaine Pratt's the big one to really take out of this one. So, fun stuff for sure. That'll be all for me. Thank you guys for watching. This was a Rams ideal and perfect offseason or season, whatever you want to call it. I'll figure out the title. It has to include Baker Mayfield, though. That'll be all for me. Thank you guys for watching. Do appreciate every single one of you, especially if you watched all the way to now. And the least you can do is like and consider subscribing. That'll be all.